Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I had the folks over on TikTok do a vote of sorts, and Knight Artorias from Dark Souls won the vote. So that's what I'm going to be making today. Alright, and you know how I like to do around here, let's roll his cutscene, get a feel for his character real quick. Now, interestingly enough, if you play that cutscene with the dialogue that was cut from the game, he sounds like a good guy being overtaken by corruption, but the way they put the cutscene in the game, he just seems like a bad dude. So, yeah, without further delay, let's jump right into it.
And we start the sculpture the same as all the other ones, with a little sketch and getting the framework for his armature skeleton. Now, while I craft this, let's give a brief nutshell of Artorias' lore. Artorias sacrificed himself to protect his wolf companion, Sif. Using his great shield to raise a barrier around the pup, he fled from Manus, but his exposure to the abyss overcame him, and he fell to its corruption. It's a heartbreaking story, because that little brief synopsis didn't go into detail, but basically, he gets his arm broken fighting off the Dark Wraiths, and in a last-ditch attempt to save his great grey wolf, Sif, who was a puppy at the time, he puts a magical barrier around the puppy and essentially sacrifices himself so the puppy can live on. And when you encounter him in the game, he's pretty much taken over with the abyssal corruption. And I basically used the same method here as I did with the Dancer of the Boreal Valley sculpture. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. It's the last one I uploaded before this. It's quite enjoyable. But anyway, it's just a bunch of line sketches and then scraping clay away from the lines to create an armored looking effect. Now, this guy's ankles were torn to bits by the abyss, so I wanted to make sure to include that in the sculpture, so that's why his ankles are so skinny. And if you didn't know, you can use the sides of your clay tools to create texture in your pieces. It's super quick and super effective at doing what you need to do. Here I'm just layering armor plates on, and this is when I really started to get excited for the piece, because it's starting to actually look like him from, you know, the waist down. Like, the waist up just kind of looks like a lump of clay, but he'll come together eventually. Just trust the process. Also, don't quote me on this, but I think I'm going to do Radigan of the Golden Order from Elden Ring as my sculpture before my vacation. Here's how he's looking so far. Super pleased with it, so we're going to keep rolling forward. Now, I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to tackle his head, because basically, he's just a hood without a head inside of it, and like it's disproportionately skinny, so I had to try to like fight off my like eyes, because my eyes were like, no, this looks too skinny, when in reality, like, that's exactly how it looks. So it was all part of fighting myself to get the actual accurate look. The greatsword wasn't too hard because I have the rotary tool to help me shave down a bunch of stuff, so it's basically just clay on a stick shaved down with the rotary tool. And we begin painting. This paint job wasn't too overly complicated. It's basically just a base layer of silver, dark silver, blue, and Then I go in with a dry brush as well as a wash, and then his armor in some of the pictures is rusted looking, and I wanted to try to kind of get that look in it because he's not supposed to be all shiny and new. He's been through quite a bit. I also decided to throw in some blood spatter patterns here and there on the sculpture without overdoing it. So we're about ready for the close-ups. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a thumbs up, maybe a comment, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. It would help me out a lot.
Alright everybody, thanks for stopping by. I've got a really big pimple on my face and I don't feel like letting the world see that, so I've got a mask on. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my process of creating Artorias, the Abyss Walker from Dark Souls. Very pleased with this piece. I'm gonna see if I can pump out one more video before I start my summer vacation. I can't give away exactly what it is because I don't know yet, but I will brainstorm and try to get that video out as soon as possible. So, see you guys in the next one. Peace.